What is up, everybody? Today I'm back with another video for the chess drop, and today I'm excited to share with you a super rare gambit for white. It's super crazy and there are a million traps for this thing. So I'm going to dive right into it and let's see how it works. So like I said, you'll have the white pieces. It starts off e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, normal stuff, and then you play an Italian, bishop c4. And then they will respond with knight f6. So, like classic game, you probably get this in a lot of your 700 to 1200 elo games, I want to say. In this move, you'll go for the Scotch game with d4. And they have to take with the pawn, in which you won't capture back and win that pawn back or anything. You're just going to castle, which is kind of odd because that hangs that pawn as well. So if your opponent is greedy, they will capture back, and they'll just be thinking, what is he doing? I just got 2 pawns for free. Well, give them your knight as well. You play a very odd move. You play knight c3, and they can capture multiple ways here. If they capture with the pawn, which is what we'll be looking at, you play another stunning move. They are up a full rook right now, and you sacrifice the bishop. You play bishop takes f7 check. Now, they have to take this, or they will get completely destroyed. If they do not take, which most people will probably play because they're like, oh goodness, I do not want to fall into a trap here, you will play bishop d5. Just bring this bishop back and attack this knight, and their best move is queen e8, rook e1, this knight is pinned, you'll take that. And then it gives you +5 evaluation there. So, if they take, which is the best move in this position, which is surprisingly, the position is equal. They are up 7 points in material, but the position is equal. And how can that be? Well, I will show you. First, this is very key. You play queen d5 check every time they take. Queen d5 check. That is the important move. Now, the best move here is king f8, or king f6. A very interesting move, because you're bringing your king out into the middle, where it can get attacked. But any other move fails. They have 4 available options. These 4 squares. First, we look at if they go back. That is a mistake, because we will just play rook e1, pin this knight, and I will show you a stunning trap in this position. One of the most played moves is blocking with the bishop because they don't want any check. You play rook takes e4, pinning that bishop. Now, your plan will be to bring out this bishop and apply pressure there and try to win that piece. And most people will be like, I don't want any bishops or knights coming in, because you could even just bring your knight right away and threaten mate, and then they could go like this, but then they would just get totally demolished. So, most people will sometimes play this, but that is losing because you sacrificed the bishop yet again. And it is completely winning for you right now, and it gives you a +0.4 in evaluation. Now, if they take with the rook, you have this hilarious checkmate. And if they take with the pawn, you play queen h5 check. King's only move is this, and then you play, the best move here is queen g6, but you can win the bishop or with rook f4 check. And if the bishop tries to block, queen g6, and this bishop is lost, and that king will be totally destroyed. You'll bring your other rook into the game and completely dominate. This pawn over here is not really a threat, because this bishop will be eliminated, and you'll just be able to have your rook over, and whenever it tries to promote, you can just take it. So, and that is that. Now, let's look at some other lines. Maybe they don't try blocking instead. Maybe they try, who knows, maybe they try bringing the rook to f8, trying to like hide an attack. You can just play bishop g5 and add as much pressure as possible. a6 is a popular move here, trying to kick away that bishop, but bishop takes e7, and queen takes e7, and then you just have rook a to e1 to add even more pressure. Like, this guy is just totally done. You can even just straight away take the queen if you want. You're just completely winning. Like, you're just completely dominating this position. So there's that. Or maybe if they take, we will look at some other moves now. We've looked at if they go back after you play queen d5 check, most important move. If they go this way, you are completely winning as well. Queen takes e4. If they do not go, if they do not play king f6 or the king back, you will just pick up that knight. You'll take that knight, and then the best move is just king f7 in this position. Just running, trying to get away. You can play knight g5 check. Then queen takes g5 is the best move. Just completely lose their queen. That is the best move for them. And you will just go on to completely destroy them. Now, if they go here, once again, you take that knight. And if they go here, boom, you skewer them. That queen is gone. And whenever the king comes here, you can just skewer them like this. It's just completely winning. You can take, and if the king decides to come into the middle, you have mate in 5. You have bishop, or you have, not bishop b4. Sorry, you have b4. Like, why play this move? It's crazy. The best move is queen f6 in this position for black. And you will play rook d1 check. And the reason you played this is so the king cannot slide over here. The king is completely helpless. Knight d4 is the best move. And rook takes d4. And their only move in this position is queen takes d4. Which then you will just play knight takes d4. And this king cannot even move. And no matter what they play, on the next move, you can play knight b5 checkmate. You can play probably a million others, bishop f4 checkmate. And you just have a billion checkmates. So, that is another line. And now we will look at the best line if they come like forward. Instead, they say, well, then I'm not going to do that. The best move for you is rook e1, just completely trying to win this knight. Best move for them is knight e7. So just try to move the knight, which, not this knight, surprisingly, their best move is to give up the knight, in which this position is equal. Even though you're down 0.7 points in material, queen takes e4, and you're going on a crushing attack against this king. King f7 is the best move, trying to run back and hide. And then you can just play bishop g5, pinning this knight, and there is so much pressure. You can probably just capture this pawn, double your rooks, and go on an insane attack against the king. That is the best option for them when they play that. And let's see, I think I covered there. Yep, I covered all the squares. So that is that. And we saw what happens if they do not capture. And yeah, so I think there was one more line. Yeah, if takes, and then here, and the king goes back, then rook e1 is the best move, of course. Best move is queen f6, but bishop's very popular. If queen f6, or sorry, that's queen e7, but queen f6 is the best move. If they try blocking with their queen like that, you can just pin it and win it. So, and there you have it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. It's called like the Nakhmanson Gambit, something like that.